So let me give you a little bit about who's on the field for you today. So for the Atlanta Harlequins, we have Megan Rahm at loose head prop, Carissa Lacey at number 2 at hooker, Angie Owen at tight head, Lisa Jackson lock, Raven Santiago lock, Gracie Martinez and Jessa Hahn at 6 and 7, Karen Faget at 8. Bridget Cahaley is your 9, Corinne Heavner at 10, Lakia Haynes at weak side wing, Courtney Cool. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Cindy Campbell is going to be your inside, and Courtney's your outside. Courtney Cool. Meredith Nelson. Marcel is at 14, and Laura Gardner at 15. I'll get to your subs in just a moment. I want to introduce the starting lineup for New York as well. Oh, and we have a kickoff. Oh, and a line out. All right, so your starting lineup for New York is Amber Shandu at 1, Andrea Villanova 2, Skylar Neal 3, Naomi Batzer 4, Elisa Washington 5, Janet Vega Flores at 6, Justina DeBruzzi at 7, Chloe Jacks at 8, Carly Bliss 9, Jennifer Solomon 10, Carrie Conlin is weak wing, Gianna Solomon and Sarah Levy in your centers, Brianna Yerbury at 14, Janny Bull at 15. Here is your first line out of the game, and it's a line out to New York.
And it's easily won by Alicia Washington, who gets it to the 9. Out to, is that the 10?
Yeah, that is the 10.
It's a new 10
Jen
from last
Solomon.
year.
All right, nice
Okay, so it
breakdown.
looks
First
like
breakdown of the game, too,
Atlanta
I think.
Harlequins have turned that one over.
They
And
sure
so you have the
have.
9 attacking on the weak side with Courtney
Courtney
Cool,
Cool
who's a
down the
strong runner. Oh, my gosh, and she's going to make a break and a try. Fantastic start
Very
by the
nice.
Harlequins.
Try right
Sorry,
off.
I cut you off there.
No, you're fine. Doesn't look like we started the clock over there. Let me see if I can make that happen.
Yeah, so
yep, someone said we haven't started the clock yet. So let's see if we can make that happen over here. There we go. So the score currently is Atlanta Harlequins 5, New York 0. That try was by Courtney Cool after a nice Atlanta turnover. Looks like we have Corinne Heavner over there who's going to kick this conversion. This is the Atlanta Harlequins' first home game.
Yep, first home game of the season.
Sure.
And it's a pretty new team, so I'm personally excited to see them live in action.
Same here. I had the honor of coaching this team last fall and then went and had a baby. So took this season off to be home with my little one and live in Florida. So it's great to be here.
Yeah, I guess the baby comes before coaching, I guess.
Yes. For now. When she's walking, I'll just bring her with me.
Okay, was that one converted?
No, it was no good. No
Okay.
good. We'll come back to the 50.
Yeah, so the score is still 5-0.
It sure is. So let's talk about our substitutions for Atlanta. We have on the bench Megan Steffies, Gabby Bergerman, Hannah Twilley, Maggie Craig, Ashley Pruzak, Akila Guzman, Sherry Kelly, and Caitlin Fricka. Fricka, did I say that right?
I'm not sure.
Freesha. There we go. It's a good thing I have people to help me with my pronunciations. All right, and another kickoff.
New York gets it high and just in front of the 22.
Very nice. Cleanly won by Jessa Hahn. Quick ball by Bridget Cahaley in the hands of Lisa Jackson. Tackle by Skylar Neal there. Ooh, almost picked off by Sarah Levy.
Well contained by Courtney Cool, who manages to make a few more meters before presenting it to the 9.
Nice hard run, Raven Santiago, number 5.
And there's definitely space on this left side if they want to get
sure
it out.
is.
But I'm not sure the Harlequins have spotted that. Luckily, Lisa did a great run anyway. So,
Very nice. Quins moving forward.
yeah, this is great go forward by the Harlequins. They've come all the way in front of the 50 at this point. Nice offload by Lisa.
That looks like New York's building their wall.
Okay, and
nice
there's still
load of
space on the
outs.
outside. Pass one a bit behind Courtney, but it's there for Laura. Oh, and a nice break on the wing.
Carissa Lacey. Very nice.
Yeah, and we're back in New York's half.
Yeah, Carissa Lacey is new to the Atlanta Harlequins. She is new to us from Life University. Good tacking ball by the Quins. Good tackle by, I think that was Justina DeBruzzi, number 7. Oh,
You can see Corinne just sort of trying to swat that ball back and went over her head. Not a knock on, though. Well handled by, is that Megan Rom?
I think that's Megan Rom, yep.
Okay, and it looks like the
Penalty,
ref
not
was
rolling away.
Yeah, holding on.
Oh,
holding on by the
thank you.
Harlequins. So great job in the breakdown by New York.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Looks like we're going to go for a line out here.
Oh, that's coming right to us.
Yeah, almost. We almost got that one. Right, that kicker was Gianna Solomon that made touch for us. A throw in here by Andrea Villanova, the number 2 from New York. Right, looks like the Quins are trying to match numbers there. Clean line out 1 by New York.
Yeah, and they set up the maul. And Harlequins are not letting them go anywhere, but the ref has her hand out for advantage and calls it. So another penalty to New York, and you can see.
What is this call? What's the call here, Fergie?
In from the side, from 26.
Lisa Jackson.
Oh.
All right, here comes Gianna Solomon again for that kick.
Yeah. And I think she'll be hoping to get a few more meters off of this one. Unfortunately, in
looks
doing
like
so,
it's
it didn't go out of
Into the
bounds.
hands of Lakia Haynes.
That's the trade-off. Oh, great. Oh, and she passes it back to
almost
the New
bundled into
York
touch.
team.
Oh, now the ball is on New York. Nice breakdown, clean breakdown by New York. Hard run by Amber Chandu there.
Harlequins up fast out of that line.
Yeah, nice defensive
Shuts the 10
wall.
down before she gets a chance to pass it.
Oh, coming back weak. Right, good clean breakdown again by New York there.
So far, it looks like New York is just trying to crash the ball up the field, but they might be setting up for a backs move now.
It looked like they were going back and forth there with their forwards. Yep, nice launch by Atlanta. Good carry. I think that was Sarah Levy with the ball. Yep, good launch by Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
Nice run by
great
Chloe Jex.
half break by, yeah. You
Here,
just
sorry.
said it. No, it's no problem.
I'm hogging all the names here in the booth, so unfortunately Fergie doesn't get to say names with me.
Numbers are easier for me anyway.
That's true. That's true. Oh, nice break
and you
there.
see the
Jen
back line,
Solomon.
yeah, from Atlanta sort of shot up, leaving a huge hole for the New York 10 to come through.
Yep.
And she makes it inside the Atlanta 22. Best attacking opportunity New York's had, and it comes down to a penalty as well.
Oh, very
and
nice.
it looks like time is up for them to go quickly. So
What will
you
they
think?
do?
Kick?
You think they're going to go for points?
It looks like she's saying go for points,
Oh.
which isn't too bad an option. I mean, they're only.
Looks like referee Jenny Lou is going to have a little talk with the captain here. Captain today on the field is Courtney Cool.
Yeah, Atlanta will want to watch their penalties. I think they gave away quite a few last week, and it's been at least 3 so far in this game, 10 minutes in. So, has it been 10 minutes?
It has been just about 10 minutes. I'm not sure if they changed the clock to make it be what it's supposed to be, but pretty close.
So I always think it's not that bad when a team elects to go for points. Oh, but they don't.
They didn't.
decide
I know.
to
I
go
thought
for
they were
the
going
line
to
out.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I like to get on the board,
Yeah.
especially this early in a game.
yeah.
But, you know, every team is different, and they might think that their strength is in this line out. As we saw down here before, they do have a nice maul that they set up, so I guess
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. We have a line out to New York. Again, Andrea Villanova, number 2, throwing it in. Oh, Jenny Lou, referee, telling the back line of Atlanta to back up.
Yeah, that was a great
Yep.
lift, and they do set up
There's
the
that
maul.
maul.
Get a bit of go forward before the Quins sort of shut it down, but illegally. Looks like they brought that maul down.
Yep,
So
looks like Jenny has her
referees-
hand up, playing some advantage.
Yeah, and they just had a talk, so they'll need to look out for a yellow card at this point.
Agreed. I feel like that will be a conversation.
Great
that
drive
they have.
back tackle by
know.
Megan Rom.
That was beautiful.
Textbook.
Yeah. Atlanta's backline seems to have a nice launch, or their
Yeah.
defense in general seems to have a
Yeah,
nice
they
launch
do.
out there.
And the way you can tell that is because a lot of times there's no second pass.
Right.
So the first person who gets the ball just takes it in because their options are shut down.
They
from
have,
that
they have
defensive
too much
speed.
pressure right on them, right?
Like,
Oh, yep.
oh,
Lakia Haynes
overshot.
just shot up
Nice.
a little bit. Yep.
You got to wonder
there we go.
why the ref maybe doesn't come back to the advantage.
Yeah, you're right, because we're moving backwards.
Yeah, they are.
Truth.
So especially now. You see
Nice
Gracie just stole that ball, but I guess the advantage has been deemed over.
It is.
So
it is. Ball is in
Courtney
the
Poole.
Harlequins' hands.
Oh, and she's still going. What a strong runner.
Finally brought down by Jen Solomon there.
Oh, and you
Bridget
see
Cahaley digging for that ball.
Yeah.
Trying to get it out wide. It looks like Quins are seeing that space out there
Yeah, they
wide,
are.
so they're trying to get that ball moving.
Yeah. And I think as the season goes on, they'll get a bit more crisp with those passes. A lot of them are going backward. I mean, to the back shoulder right now.
Right.
So
I think this is the first time that many of these people have played together. Last weekend was sevens, was that invitational sevens tournament. So there are a lot that weren't here. And then a few people moving into town, so they just got here. So this is the first time they've all played together.
And it's also a lot of times a lot of people on that field for the Atlanta Harlequins have played WPL rugby. They're fresh from school.
That's true.
So
that's true. There are quite a few in that pack.
Yeah, I'd say being 5 up is not bad.
That is very true as well. Very true. So we're about now 10 minutes into the game. Still have Atlanta Harlequins up 5-0.
First scrum, right?
Yeah, I think
First
you're
scrum
right.
of the game.
Let's see what happens. See how everything goes. Oh, not so well, says referee Jenny Liu.
Yeah, a lot of times you have to just reset that first scrum. They're still getting to know each other.
Very true. Yep, looks like Carissa Lacey's in there talking to her locks.
And it's a New York scrum, right?
It is a New York scrum.
Okay. Looks like their back line is just set up in a normal hands position. I'll be curious to see what they set up from this.
It's true. There seems to be a sort of a new phase in rugby where our back lines are starting much flatter and developing things much more quickly rather than that deep, deep line of old.
Yeah.
Of old, when I used to play. Maybe even last season.
Yeah. And you know why they're setting up flatter?
I don't know why. I know that the U.S. is looking at it that way to try to play a little flatter. And honestly, I don't know their reasoning. I know my reasoning is that it doesn't give the defense as much time, really. You know, you can just make things happen right there. And a lot of folks have really great ball handling these days.
Yeah.
It's a focus. And so that quick ball right off is great.
So that was an 8 pick by New York, tackled by Bridget Cahaley for the Atlanta Harlequins. And New York has an overload. Okay, the Atlanta Harlequins have seen it and set up.
They did have, there was a nice overload out here, but it got shut down pretty quickly. Nice launch by Bridget Cahaley. Alicia Washington still going.
Yeah, that's a hard-working 9 right there. I normally see them just sort of try to stay out of these tackles.
Oh, not Bridget.
No.
I think she's a forward 9.
Man.
Let's call her that.
Right. So this is like the 5th or so penalty Atlanta is giving away. They definitely need to sort of calm down, have a chat, figure some stuff out.
Agreed.
It's just easy possession, easy territory for New York.
Yeah, and we really don't want to end up with a player down with a yellow card.
Right.
And that makes it to touch. It will be a New York line out again.
Yeah, that's right in front of the Atlanta 22.
Looks like New York's thinking about how many to put in this line out.
Yeah, they're doing the old walk-in.
Yeah, it looks like a 5-person
Walk in
line
and
out
go
here.
fast.
Oh. A little bit of movement in that lineup. Nice
Great hands in the air by Alicia Washington. That was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Oh, double tackle.
Nice double tackle.
Yeah, driven back and have affected the turnover. So the Atlanta Harlequins have a scrum.
Scrum to the Atlanta Harlequins. Let's see how this one goes. Seems like Atlanta must be working on that turnover ball. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, they are really doing great.
We have a scrum to Atlanta. Bridget Cahaley, 9, putting that ball in.
You're right. The Quins are set up really flat, all on their 22.
Yep.
That's just interesting.
Oh, look
okay,
at that.
show and go by Cindy. New York doesn't quite fall for it, but still there for the Quins. Corinne gets it out quickly to Laura, to Marcel on the wing, and she makes a few more meters, passes it back into Laura. This is great go forward, great offloads by everyone. Nice quick ball for Bridget. And the forwards, you can see they're passing between each other as well. They're really playing as a unit.
They really are. And they're finding each other on those quick little tips passes.
Yeah.
Look, see, that was beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Lisa Jackson,
Huge
just
hole
Cindy
for
Campbell.
Cindy. And she's got speed, but 19 from New York says, not on my watch.
Absolutely.
And you're right about the forward 9. She just almost took that in. A little behind the back pass. Didn't work out, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. They're great ball movement.
Yeah.
Definitely, the offloads are gorgeous.
Yeah.
We have forwards passing the balls to backs, backs to forwards.
Yep.
Good teamwork. All right, looks like we have a scrum to Atlanta. Again, Bridget Cayley putting the ball in. Oh, I lied. Sorry. It's a New York ball.
Huh. It could have. I really thought they.
Off of the behind the back
Oh,
pass.
you're right. You're
Yep.
right. New York ball. Who do you think? They're going to kick this or try to run it out?
Oh, goodness. I don't know. They're in front of their 22, so what do you think?
I think they're going to run it out.
I think so, too.
Yep.
There you go. Ball's in Sarah Levy's hands.
Little show and go.
Yep, very
nice work by New York. They have their offload game as well, and these players know how. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a knock on by the 7 trying to offload in the tackle, and she's gone down, clutching her knee. Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, hopefully. It's just a little bit of a twist, no big deal. We'll see, we'll see. So this will give the Atlanta Harlequins, man, I can't talk today, a chance to regroup, maybe have those conversations about the penalties that we've been seeing, see if they can knock those off.
Yeah, and in the New York huddle, they'll just be saying, we know how to play, keep it together. I don't think it's too often that New York sees themselves behind on the scoreboard.
I agree. And I remember last season was that way for sure.
Yeah.
And they're a hard-running team. They've had a few little breaks like this where they're little knock-ons, and then it's a quick turnover. But this few-minute break gives us a chance to talk about some sponsors. So first of all, one of our sponsors is Rugby Atlanta. And you have to correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like they do some really great things with our youth rugby.
Yeah, a lot of the Harlequin players and just rugby players around Atlanta help out with that program, coaching in the afternoons, just trying to grow the sport, reach out to the community, give back and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. Quite a few of these players that are on the Quins do work for Rugby Atlanta, helping grow the game. And as you can see with the program here at Life and then with the Atlanta Harlequins, it's working. We're really growing.
Definitely.
Rugby's really growing here in Atlanta. All right, and so the other people we want to talk about is the WRCRA, and that's the Women's Rugby Foundation. And there's going to be an annual conference here in Atlanta, January 17th through 19th, coming up next year. So I'll read our little blurb while we have a moment. So the WRCRA was created in 2017 by the U.S. Women's Rugby Foundation to provide a professional home for coaches, referees, players, administrators, journalists, and fans within women's rugby. Okay, membership types are determined by the primary role you have within this community. Okay, so if you want to know more, you can check out their website and also come to the conference in January. The conferences are awesome. I've been to the last 2, and I guess this last conference was in, I think Raleigh, North Carolina. And it was absolutely fantastic. Charlotte, North Carolina?
Nice.
Okay, I've been corrected. It was in North Carolina, and there was a huge snowstorm. That's all I remember. Everybody had trouble getting out at that point.
It wouldn't be in Georgia then.
That's true. Does it ever snow here?
It did once. Everything shut down.
Yep. It's like the year before I moved to Florida, they said that it snowed there, too. It was like 12 degrees and actually had a little bit of snow, so.
Okay, and it looks like the 7...
Yep.
Justina DeBruzzi.
Yep, that's
is
it.
up and walking. She'll probably be out for the game. I can't see who came in for her, though. We'll get that to you in a moment. But it's good to see that she can still walk, because when you can't walk off the field, that's just really heartbreaking.
Absolutely.
So it comes back to an Atlanta scrum.
Let's see who they put in It'd be a flanker, I assume.
Yeah. Unless they did have to shuffle everyone around. The New York team, unfortunately, didn't travel with too many subs. There's just 3, so.
It's true. So I think it looks like it's probably Dana Alamena, who came in. Let's see. Yep, I think so. Because the other 2, I would recognize. Tiffay's on there. She's the coach carrying the carrier across the field right now, the water carrier.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And Lucia Oswald is warming up on the sideline as well. So it looks like by process of elimination, right, I'm going to say it is number 16.
And you think we'll see the water girl come on at any point?
I think it depends on what happens in the game. It would not surprise me.
No. Can't get enough of the rugby.
I know. Can't hold her down. All right, here we go. A restart is going to be a scrum to Atlanta. Bridget Cahaley, number 9, putting the ball in.
And, now that you mention it, I am just seeing the Atlanta Harlequins back line. The first 3 are just completely flat. So maybe watch out for a behind the door pass to, or an 8 pick.
Yep. Oh.
It
came back inside, actually, to 8, Karen Faget.
Didn't see that one coming.
There you go. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like the Quins player just left it behind, but not a knock-on. Still there for the Harlequins.
Oh,
Courtney Cool decides to kick it, sees some space, and not a bad kick. That's out. So she gained about, what's that, like 20 meters?
Yeah. It'll be a line out to New York, but that doesn't mean that Atlanta can't get up there and get in front of that.
Right. Sometimes you just want to pin them in their half. But I don't think I've ever seen Courtney kick in open play. That could have been because I was in the pack and just too tired to notice anything.
Courtney's actually made her way into the pack. I think last weekend she played 8 up in Beantown for the Harlequins. So.
Jack of all trades, that one.
And I had the opportunity to coach her out in Colorado for the All-Star WPL weekend, and she played 8 there. That means probably less kicking then. Line out to New York, cleanly won.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to compete with Alicia Washington in the air. You could see the Quins get up there, but no dice.
Quick ball out. Oh, by slicing line by Sarah Levy. Turnover ball.
Oh, and the Quins leave
like
behind. So they'll come back to the knock-on advantage, yeah. And I think what happened with the New York player there is she was just doing a really hard inside run, and maybe the pass was too hard to her. Yeah. So it's really hard to wrangle those in.
Agreed. So it was a quick turnover. The original play or original call was a knock-on by New York, and then I think we played through that advantage, and then it became a knock-on by the Quins.
No, it came back. I feel like this should be a Quins scrum right now, because that's not where the Quins knock-on happened.
Oh, yeah, you were right. Look at that.
Yeah. We're watching you, New York.
My assumption was that she said we played through that advantage already, but we did not. You were right. Also why I'm not the referee on the field. That would be a bad idea.
Just grab the ball and hope for the best.
Atlanta Harlequins scrum.
And it looks like the front rows are kind of standing up in there, but ref says play on. There's room on the wing. Gets it out to the wing. Marcel Nelson is a great runner. I think she broke through one tackle, but ended up.
Turnover. Ball is in Sarah Levy's hands, I believe.
Yeah, knocked that ball in contact there. Oh, but the ref says play on. You know what? I can't see on that side of the field.
I don't even know what happened over there. We need binoculars over here.
Okay, so the Quins are really tapping on the door. Knocking on the door?
Knocking on the door?
Knocking and tapping.
I don't actually know what happened over there. The refs are having a little chit-chat.
Yeah, I think they're trying to determine if the try was scored or not. And it's given.
Jenny Lou
try
says
in the corner. Could you see who touched that down?
I did not.
I saw Bridget lift her hands up. So maybe that was just as a hoorah.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure who scored that try, but that'll put the Atlanta Harlequins up 10-0.
Yeah, great hard running, great hands, great
this
job.
Is going to be quite a kick for Corinne. I almost said Courtney. We're just talking about Courtney kicking for Corinne from the sidelines.
Yeah, I've seen her make these ones though, so
yes,
fingers crossed. A little bit of a sip of water first.
It is still hot out there. The shade is nice. The cloud cover is nice, but it's still toasty. She's lining up her kick.
Oh, it doesn't look
And
like
it's
it'll
going
have
to
the
be
legs.
short today.
Yeah.
So that will keep the score at 10 for the Atlanta Harlequins, 0 for New York. And I think that is our 20-minute water break.
Oh, we get a 20-minute water break. Or they get one. I didn't.
We can have one, too.
You
Want
think?
to have water? Do you have water?
I didn't bring any water. I was expecting someone from the field
Cheers.
to come. Cheers.
Sharon gave Fergie some water, so now we can have our 20-minute water break as well. So unfortunately, all of the WPL games that are on the East games, maybe that's not true. Most of the games that are being played this weekend are all being played at the exact same time.
Oh.
So I was looking at it on my drive here, and it looks like, so I think it's Glendale and San Diego was at 1 p.m. Pacific. And then Life West and Orsu was also at 1 p.m. Pacific. So we're all at the same time. Beantown plays the Zons tomorrow in Boston. So that's the one game that's not at the same time, but otherwise, we do have the live stream, so everybody should be here. I guess I should look up scores that I could tell everybody that's watching the live stream what's actually happening in the rest of the world while we're on our 20-minute water break. Wouldn't it be cool if they were all on their water break, too?
Yeah. I don't know if you can really see the New York huddle right there, but you can see Tiffany Faye really just sort of telling the troops, keep your head up. Or, you know, I honestly can't hear her. But she's having words with the New York team over there.
What do you think Roz is talking about in that huddle over there?
I think Roz is probably super impressed. If I know anything about Rosalind Chow, it's that she only has positive things to say. And she's just like the biggest optimist. You can do no wrong. Try everything. That's probably what she's saying.
I'm trying not to chuckle for all
I
of
would
you,
like
those
more
of you
grubbers
who know
and
Roz
chip
very
kicks.
well. Oh, man. All right, looks like we're getting ready to play some rugby. I can feel the wind out there. That feels really nice.
Yeah, it probably feels even better to the players out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. I'm going in the Twitter sphere to try to find out what's happening in all these other matches so I can update our live stream audience. But clearly my tech savviness isn't what it needs to be. All right, so we're starting to kick off after that last score. Why we still didn't find out who that was.
It'll be online, I'm sure. Ah, great over-the-head catch by Jessa. Decides to run it up. Gets in front of the 22, but tackled by New York.
Oh, little foot on that ball by Corinne Hivner.
Okay.
Ball goes to ground.
Yeah,
Jenny
and that
Lou's
was
gonna say
unfortunately
no.
knocked on by the New York 15. Those high kicks, especially when you're running backwards, are kind of hard to wrangle in, but great go forward. Great eye by Corinne.
Yeah, way to find that space out there. We'll have another scrum here to the Atlanta Harlequins. They're back in their half of the field.
Yeah. They might try to go weak side this time.
That's what I'm seeing here. Stack their 15 in over there. Let's see what happens. I think they've actually had 8 picks the last 2.
They have. Yeah,
and
this
again.
is no different. 8
oh,
to 9.
that was very pretty. Oh,
but left the ball behind.
Yep.
Not a knock on, so still there for the Harlequins.
forwards ball for the Harlequins.
Oh, and she offloads.
Nice
Fantastic
offload.
offload by Lisa Jackson to Rom. got a bit isolated, but did not turn it over.
That
Prince
Rom was
steps in
looking
at
for
9.
that offload too. Unfortunately, not there.
And so Lisa Jackson, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but passes it almost every time. She really loves to offload, loves to keep the ball alive, and that's just a great way that she plays.
Lisa Jackson is also a new addition to the Atlanta Harlequins. Lisa came to Atlanta from Raleigh Venom.
I think so, yes. Half break by Lara, but knocks it on in the tackle. Great tackle by New York. And then come back to the scrum advantage.
And this would be a New York's ball. I have no updates in the Twitter sphere from any of the other matches. My apologies.
It's not on you. It's on Twitter.
It is on Twitter. They're all too busy playing. That's what's happening.
That does make sense. So, where was the last scrum? I feel like it was in this general
I think it was
area.
just a little bit closer to that far 15.
Yeah. So, not too many meters lost from New York. And New York's been doing a lot of 8 picks too.
That's true.
But this
Big
time she
scrum
gets it out.
by the Quins, pushing them backwards. Ball in the hand of Jen Solomon at 10.
Oh,
she lost that
turned
forward.
over. And you can just see Bridget there looking for the weak side, but it's not on. They decide to get it out. Lisa passing another ball to Rom, takes it up, tries to get the offload, and does to Jessa, who's wrangled in by, I can't see who that is, the New York 14. Lisa's in it again with a strong carry this time. Brings it to the 5-meter line. And more forward pick and goes. Looks like they'll just keep trying, keep going. And I honestly think that was Bridget rucking for her.
It could be. As we said, she's kind of a forward 9.
Yeah.
Yep, the forwards are just pounding that ball in, pick after pick.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like there's another try. And whoever's at the bottom of that bundle, is that Lisa Jackson?
It might be Lisa. Let's see who's
Looks
getting
like-
the pats on the back.
Yeah, it looks like that try might be by Lisa Jackson.
Great job, Quins. That was some
That was
forward
beautiful ball
domination.
movement.
Yeah.
It was like 4 forwards in a row of
Yeah.
just quick ball.
Yeah. That's what happens when the forwards can pass.
Who knew? Fergie was definitely one of those forwards, one of those passing forwards.
It was more of a pass out of panic. Like, please don't hit me.
I don't know about that. Fergie is recently, are you fully retired? Or just for this season?
At least for this season. We'll see how it goes.
Temporarily retired. Fergie played 8 and lock last season for the Atlanta Harlequins. And always a pleasure.
This will be the easiest kick, I think, or like the most centered kick
True,
that Corinne
although
has
you know what
had.
I'm seeing, that Goose's bib is flapping in the wind, so it might be windier down there than we can tell up here.
Oh,
And I think she may have overcompensated for that wind.
yeah.
So that will take the score 15 Atlanta Harlequins, 0 New York. With about 15 minutes left. I actually don't know if they caught up with the clock. Any ideas?
Nor do I. I have no idea. You can see the Quins, some of them dancing on the field over there. They're not tired.
They're used to the speed of this field and the heat. Coming down from New York, it's probably not quite as hot.
Oh, and this
That was
kick.
a high kick, and she
Oh,
switched
and it
fields.
makes, yeah, and it just made 10. So there will be a Quins line out on the 10. And honestly, I don't think we've had too many Quins line outs, have we? I know there
I
was
don't
at least
think
one.
So. There's at least one.
Yeah. And personally, I think New York can steal this because the Quins don't really have the height.
That's true. That was something I was just talking to. So one of the new forwards coaches, Dr. Blake, and I were chatting about the height or lack thereof right now in
Right.
the second rows, and usually that's what he would like to use as his jumpers. So
Yeah.
let's see what happens here. I think they probably put some of their back rowers up.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely. If I'm New York, I'm trying to steal this ball, especially with someone with Alicia Washington's, like, air skills.
Absolutely. What's going on? It looks like they're having a chit chat.
I have no idea what's happening.
Are we missing a ball?
No, there's a ball in her hand.
Cup of tea. All right, looks like things are back on and organized. Line out to the Quins, thrown in by Carissa Lacey. Looks like the Quins have a short line out.
Yeah, it's 4 in.
Oh, New York had to match. They just dropped.
Oh, great job. They threw it to the
nice.
back pod. No problems catching that one.
Oh.
But unfortunately, I can't see who that was. Passed to the ground, and it's there for New York.
Yep, Gianna Solomon with the pickup. And this is the newcomer on the field. I think it's Dana is how I pronounced it, not Dana. I think that's what I said the first time. Back in Gianna Solomon's hand was Jen Solomon rucking.
Okay. So I think there's been a bit of a shift in the, not a shift, but in the Atlanta line where they're not quite coming up as hard. And that's what's allowed the New York players to really hit onto the ball and make some meters down. Oh, now they're coming up. Yeah. But again, New York makes the gain line at least.
It looks like Tiff must have had a good conversation with them about just keep their feet moving
absolutely.
through. There's Jen Solomon with a little half break. Tackled by Raven Santiago. Amber Chandu just driving through.
Okay, and the Harlequins give away another penalty while they're under pressure.
Side.
New York takes it quickly through Alicia Washington, who touches it down. Great run, great awareness by New York.
Yep. Great heads-up ball by Alicia Washington, just taking that when Atlanta had to just keep backing up.
Absolutely. And New York will be happy about this, getting at least one try in before halftime.
Absolutely. There's definitely still time.
Yeah.
Looks like number 12, Gianna Solomon, will be kicking their conversion for them.
And if they convert this, there's it's competitive because they'll be only 8 points behind.
Absolutely.
Let's take it
Let's be honest, it's still anybody's game.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
It's so early.
50 minutes left in the half. Or in the 50 minutes left in the half.
Not in the half.
Yeah. It was
that's a long half.
In the game.
In the game. Alicia centered this nicely for Gianna, so now that she has a...
You see Corinne trying to chase it down, but no problems. Splits the sticks.
That was an easy one. Easy one. Very nice. That takes us in about 8 or 9 minutes left in this half. New York 7, Atlanta Harlequins 15.
Yeah. So if New York can convert another try.
Yeah, then it's a 1-point ball game.
Yep.
All right, Quins have to come out with a little bit of fire here. Look at that. Tiff's being so kind and giving Jenny Lou, the ref, some water. Quins need to take a page out of her book.
Oh, yeah. Quins might want to look out for that. I don't know if they were all on sides there.
Don't tell their secrets, Fergie. Don't tell their secrets. Hard running New York ball. Number 8, Chloe Jacks. Oh, it's still looking to go weak there. Alicia Washington with a hard carry. New York's doing well with that hard running ball.
Yeah, hard running ball. She wasn't tackled, so she could get up and keep on running. Another inside ball. New York's almost at the Quins 50, or at the 50.
At the 50. That's that nice slicing line they keep running, coming back inside. Oh, and it's a turnover ball in the hands of Jessa Hahn.
And she needs to make sure she's not isolated there. Great retention by the Quins. Bridget decides to take it weak to Courtney, who slips out of the first tackle and is still on her feet, really trying to keep it in, and she does. It's bobbled there, but comes back to an offside advantage for the Harlequins.
Yep. Looks like that was on number 19, Sarah Levy. Looks like Kern's going to kick for touch. We'll have an Atlanta line out. This is in a corner that's really hard for Fergie and I to see, so you'll have to tell us what's going on. Line out being thrown by Carissa Lacey. Looks like they're going with a short 4-person line out again.
Yeah. New York's set to compete in the front, so see if the Quins decide to throw it to the back again. And they do. Oh, but New York's tapped that back.
Yeah, Chloe Jacks, number 8, got a fingertip on that. So the ball is New York's ball now. Hard run by Dana Alamina. Man, I'm terrible. I'm butchering your names, New York. I'm so sorry. Ball in the hands of Sarah Levy.
Oh, and looks like Atlanta's trying to hold her up and get the maul called. Oh, but they don't need it because they just turned it over. Again, Courtney Cool driving her way forward. Makes it to about the 5-meter line, it looks like. And Bridget seems to be just calling for the forwards to pick and go here.
Looks like they're trying to slow it down a little bit, consolidate, just try to get some good go-forward ball. That's good patience by the Atlanta Harlequins.
But there's... Oh, that's a drive-back tackle by New York, I think.
Looks like it. They're defending that pick and go pretty well.
They are. So now Atlanta decides to get it out. One more pass. Oh, great pass. But unfortunately, it was forward.
It was great fingertip catch by Marcel on the wing.
Yes, it was. And Marcel played 9 last season, right?
Yes, she did.
She did play 9.
She played a little of both. I think she played a little 9 and a little bit of wing.
Yeah.
Her skills seem to be working fantastically for her.
Yeah, she's made some really great runs on the wing there.
Yeah. Her pace is just what they need over there.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, she's also great at, like, open field tackles.
Yep. Yep, that back 3 working together.
Yeah. So we have a New York scrum here. Maybe now they'll kick it. I just really love kicks.
Well, they're deep in their 20. They're in their 22, deep in their 22. So maybe they'll run something off the back and then a kick through.
Oh, but Atlanta gives away the penalty. What was that for? Bringing down, like?
It looks like it's actually coming up.
Oh,
is that what she said?
Okay.
Yep, up and through. So driving that scrum up. That would have been on our.
Oh, that's not out. That's not out again by New York. So Gracie Martinez picks and carries it back into the New York 22. Bridget gets it out to Rom, who passes it to Corinne. Up fast on nice. Cindy. And quick, beautiful hands. Cindy to Lars, and then they get it out to the wing. Nakia keeps it in the field. No, out of bounds.
Looks like it's been.
Oh.
Looks like turnover to New York. Sorry, that's in our bottom corner, so we have to see it on the screen. Looks like got turned over to New York, and then New York got taken out of bounds.
Great job, Harlequins. Quins are here to play.
What do we have? A line out here to the Quins. Looks like right on that 5-meter line. They're very close. Must have been a knock on prior to. It looks like Jenny was asking whether they wanted the scrum or a line out.
Oh, and they've elected for the scrum.
And they elected for the scrum. It's a good choice with how their scrums have been. They look like they've been driving forward, had some nice clean ball. They'll have a nice platform to set up for their backs to attack.
No, it looks like New York scrum. Okay.
Oh. Clearly we aren't paying. Clearly we don't know what's going on. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah, the far corner is really difficult for us to see.
All right, scrum to New York. Deep in their 22. Oh, and they're going to run it out.
Yeah,
they came back weak.
The Quins shut that down. Another forward crash by New York.
Yep, number 1, Amber Chandu. Looks like they're trying to move it out and around.
Yeah, I don't know, like, Quins turned it over. You don't want to mess too much in your half like this. You want to just get out of pressure. But there for the Quins. Great attacking opportunity just before halftime. Looks like they're getting set up for a pick and go. They do.
Looks like New York's trying to set up some nice defense on this weak side.
Let's see. Bridget gets it out to Cindy Campbell. Shut down quickly by great New York defense. They managed to retain possession.
Nice run by Lisa Jackson. Oh, a pick and go by the forwards. Oh, but Alicia Washington shuts that one down.
Great defense.
Looks like it was lost forward in that great tackle by Alicia. Yep. I can hear Coach Rosalind Chow from across the field. I have no idea what she said, though.
She's saying work, keep up the work.
She's probably saying force another turnover since we're so close to our try line.
Yeah, New York may want to try a different tack this time.
Whose ball is it this time?
It was a Quins knock.
Oh, right. It was a Quins knock on. My fault. Yep. By that nice tackle.
New York definitely doesn't want to give away another try right before halftime, making the score even more difficult to catch up to.
All right, something wasn't right there, so quick reset.
Oh, okay. Oh,
they're
nice
going to run it out again. There we go.
This time it works a bit better there in front of the 5, but it looks like she's isolated and takes it out. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that half? Did he say Mo's name?
No, but Mo's not here.
I know. She goes, Mo's playing in London.
Yeah.
I know.
Cool.
Are we on?
Waka, we're back.
Oh, boy. All right, kickoff.
Well handled by Gracie Martinez, but
nice
immediately
tackle,
tackled. Yeah. Atlanta Harlequins moving it through the hands of the back line. New York is up fast, though, but Courtney, again, evades the first tackle. Strong carry outside the 22. Fights to get down. And does. She does get down. Bridget goes weak, but it's not on there.
She looked weak, wasn't there. Yep. Let's see if we can figure out what they talked about at halftime.
Oh, yeah.
See what the differences we see about the teams out here.
New York looks like they have a little bit more oomph. They're really pressuring the Quins. Courtney Cool did bring it out of the 20, but that defensive pressure by New York pushed them back in there. So I'm guessing they were like, beat them back.
So I have a mini update. So it looks like the Life West Orsu game. Looks like Life West is up 31-0 at halftime. So that's all I have for you right now. Still working on the Glendale Surfers game.
And this is Life West's first year in the WPL, right?
It sure is.
Sure
is. They replaced the DC Furies that actually they played the challenge match right here at this field.
Wow. World famous.
World famous. Yeah, absolutely. All right, scrum to New York. See, yeah, 8 pick. Chloe Jex.
And brushes off Gracie Martinez, but cannot evade Lisa Jackson.
No, ma'am. She said no. And there goes Alicia Washington, ball in hand.
It
looks like it's going to take. Takes 4 people to get her down. Nice run, Alicia.
Yeah, so you can really see New York has like reinvigorated.
They sure have. Looks like they came out. Oh.
The Atlanta Harlequins, though.
She was diving over that ball. Yep, that was a no-no.
New York decides to go quickly.
Yeah, that's a dangerous place to have a penalty, right? Right in front of the New York's try line.
It is. Oh.
Ball to ground. Looks like Megan Rahm picked that up. Looks like that is Maggie Craig in off the bench.
Yeah, and who did she come in for? Angie?
I think she came in for Angie Owen. At least I don't see Angie on the field anymore. Yep, looks like Maggie Craig is in.
And let's see, are there any other Quinn subs?
Good question.
I can't see any. So it looks like it's just the one for right now.
That's what it looks like. Looks like New York is still the same.
But on the sideline, it does look like a New York player is putting on a scrum cap.
It sure does.
And it looks like Tiff has a jersey on too.
She
so
also does.
New York might be getting ready for some subs. But Atlanta looks like they're looking for a pick and go.
Yeah, they're running this one out of the 22.
Yeah.
That was a very nice tackle by Sarah Levy from New York. Looks like Atlanta lost the ball, but then regained it. Forward movement by Jessa Hahn.
Okay, so
yeah, and
that was brought back in. But
kick.
Corinne sees some space, and not a bad kick. The chase is there by Nakia, who is going in for the poach, but well covered by New York, who kicks it again to Gracie Martinez.
Looks like a clean place.
Yeah, long body place.
Oh, nice
great
counter
ruck by New York. Still there for the Harlequins.
Yep, still Quinn's ball. It's giving New York time to set up their defensive wall.
It is, yeah.
And there goes Megan Rahm.
Makes a little break as well, but
Chloe Jex chases her down, as well as their number 9, Carly Bliss.
And Atlanta gets a bit of quick ball out to their back line. Cindy passing it. Karen puts on a bit of footwork before offloading it to Laura Gartner, who offloads to Marcel, who is immediately tackled by Alicia Washington. You have Lisa again. This time, instead of passing, she decides to just run it up herself, gets as far as the 5-meter line. And looks like there's an overload here if the Harlequins can use it, but unfortunately it went behind Courtney Coole's back and then was kind of bobbled.
Yep, Jenny Lou's going to blow this one up and say that was a knock-on. We'll have a scrum down to New York.
Right.
Oh, looks like Tiff Fahey is putting those boots on and getting in that game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Show them how it's done. But all that territory came from a great kick from Corinne, followed by a great catch by Gracie, and then running. Good stuff.
I'm unsure what's happening here.
Maybe they're deciding how to scrum.
I don't know. There's some kind of conversation. Both teams are having conversation. Looks like Tiff and Jenny are having a conversation.
Is someone down?
No.
Oh, there just looks to be a bit of confusion. Tiff is going back off the field.
Yep, guess so.
Or to the wing.
I'm unsure. I think they're unsure.
Yeah, that seems to be what it is.
No. Yep, maybe. I'm not seeing anyone. Was New York playing down a player?
I don't know.
Well, Fergie and I, our minds are blown. We have no idea what's going on.
Do you know who that 8-man is for New York?
The new one or the one that was already in?
Oh, the new one.
Yep, Lucia Oswald. I think is that how you pronounce her last name?
Yes, I assume, but you never know. Oh,
Big
great drive back by Atlanta, but
that was a New York scrum. Big drive by Atlanta. Nice. And it was taken into touch. Almost exactly. Oh, quick line out by Lakia Haynes. Yeah, and we will just move that ball. Move that ball.
Oh, not to hand again. Oh, and Courtney decides to pass it to the ground, and Marcel doesn't really have an option but to run it out of bounds. But there was a forward pass before then anyway. So
it'll come back to that. Good quick thinking over there by Lakia, trying to catch New York off guard.
Yeah, only I don't think her team was ready for it though, so they'll just have to work out those kinks, getting on the same page as each other.
It's true. As the season goes on.
Yeah, good.
The next time we'll be on this mic is September 21st, I think, is their next home game, which is a ways away. So
plenty of time.
We could see a different team.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we have a scrum down here to New York. Looks like the 8-man that was New York's 8, Chloe Jex, has moved into second row. Oop, and I think there's going to be a high tackle call. Yep. High tackle by Bridget Cahaley. It looks like we're going to have New York kicking for touch. Gianna Solomon. And it makes touch.
Just in front of the 22.
Yeah, this will be a New York line out. Let's see if we still have Andrew Villanova. It's still the number 2, the hooker, throwing the ball in.
See if Atlanta puts someone up to compete against us. Full line out.
Yeah. Atlanta actually has too many in this
Oh,
line
and
out.
New York miscommunicated there. It's overthrown, but the 10 manages to pick it up. Oh, it's miscommunication. But the referee's coming back for
Numbers in the line out.
out?
Yep, there were a full line out for the Quins, and there were only, I believe, 5 in the line out for New York. I think. 5. Thank you. When I played, I always had somebody that counted for us because it wasn't going to be me. I would definitely have screwed it up.
Looks like she's okay. Looks like they're having a discussion of whether or not she can kick it directly out. On a free kick, that's kind of what it looks like. On a free kick, you can kick it directly out, but it will be the other team's ball. It's not like a penalty.
Yep,
So
absolutely. So they opt to just run it out then.
Okay, yeah. Another penalty.
Lots of penalties here for the Atlanta Harlequins.
Yeah, I think they're a bit lucky they haven't been carded or anything yet. There's been quite a few. Forward pass.
And a forward pass.
Oh, wait, how was there a forward pass by the Quinn?
There we go. Nope,
okay.
She got it.
Okay.
There we go. Forward pass by New York. Quinn scrum.
Got it.
Lots of hand movement. So this is Jenny Lou's first WPL match this season. She played last season with the Glendale Merlins at 9. And so she's now in the WPL as a referee.
Yeah. I always wonder how that is for referees. I know if I was in there, I'd be like, pass me the ball. I see space.
Still in playing mindset.
Right.
Yep. See, Fergie's not really completely retired. We'll get her back out there. Oh. Referee Lou sees something she's not really fond of. She calls it up. Still Atlanta scrum. We're about 10 minutes into the second half. Scoreline is Atlanta Harlequins 15, New York Rugby Club 7. And I'll take a look at the Twitter sphere and see what kind of updates I can find for you there. Looks like an 8 pick for the Quins. Quick ball out to Bridget.
Oh, almost intercepted by New York, but unfortunately it turned into an intentional knock on. Courtney Cool tries to take it quickly, but not from the mark. So it's brought back.
It is.
Yeah,
still going quick.
Yeah, still going quickly.
I don't know if I'd call it quick with how far back they were.
Looks like they've got Courtney's number this time. She doesn't break the first tackle like she normally does. Offload from Cindy to...
Oh, Alicia quick moving, trying to get that ball back.
Oh, great job wrangling that in, Corinne. But it looks like Alicia Washington's in there for the steal.
Yeah,
and
she might have her hands on that ball.
No, still there for the Quinn.
Oh, box
first
kick
box
over the
kick
top
of the game. And the New York player lets it bounce. Maybe not the best idea. It might have been out on her before it actually went out of bounds. From my viewpoint, it looked like the New York player.
The referees are going to have a little
bounds.
chat about whose ball this is. Carissa Lacey picks it up with all the confidence in the world that it is her ball. Oh, but she would be incorrect.
That's that life university training there.
It is going to be a New York ball.
As the
looks like we
referee
have
calls
a
for subs.
substitution coming in.
Yeah, it looks like the 15 for New York is stepping off.
Does that mean Tiff's going to 15?
Yeah, Tiffany Faye is on. Maybe not as 15. Maybe they switched the position. I don't know.
All right, so Andrea Villanova with the throw in here for New York. Quins are asking about numbers in their lineouts. I think they were getting confused with the walking in.
Yeah, you can see Megan Rom backing up there out of the lineout for the Harlequins. The referee having the chats.
It looks like we have Tiff in the centers.
Okay. You know, I believe that she could play 15, though, if she wanted.
Oh, absolutely. Line out, going back to Alicia Washington.
Again, set up the maul, and this is not a bad maul at all. They're definitely driving the Quins back down the field, but now it's held up. They need to be able to place that. And it's there. It's there for New.
Oh, it looks like Crystal Lacey ended up with hands on that. I'm not sure how. She's going to say ball to ground. Is going to be New York's ball.
Yeah. What do you think that call is, like, unplayable? I don't know what that hand motion means.
I'm not sure either. Refs in the world want to tell us what that means. Does that mean it isn't playable? We'll see if anybody messages me. Anybody that's listening in the world, go ahead and send me a message. What was that hand motion? Not playable? Was it a collapsed maul? All right, we have a scrum to New York here. Right. This is a straight pick from the 9 this time. And they give the ball to Fresh Legs Faye coming in.
Fresh Legs Faye. New nickname.
New nickname. Uh-huh. Oh, Lakia Haynes is shooting up there. Take down, I think that was Sarah Levy. Yep.
Some forward interchange by New York, too. Brushes off 2 players before she's wrangled in by Jessa. Passes the ball back, and Jessa, looks like there was a bit of a knock-on probably in the process of trying to pick that ball up.
Alicia Washington
had a calf cramp? This is unfortunate. Hopefully she can get up. Just takes a minute.
All right, looks like we had a knock-on right before this. Trainers coming out on the field just to check in with Alicia. I think New York is officially out of substitutions. That is unfortunate. So that's what's hard about early in this WPL season is folks travel really light. Players are just coming back from Sevens Nationals, Sevens season, as well as the Academy Sevens Invitational last weekend.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the correct name for it, but that's...
We know what you're talking about.
Yep. So lots of people coming back. The WPL season stuck right after Sevens season has made it hard for people to make that switch right away.
Yeah.
And also be able to afford to travel right away.
Also, your body kind of needs a break after a full season of Sevens. It would be great to have a little, but at least 1 week to sort of recuperate before hopping into 15s.
I agree completely.
But these players are athletes. They can handle it.
It's not hot for them. They're having a great time out there.
Yeah, and it looks like Alicia Washington's up.
Perfect.
Ready to get back in there.
That is great. That is great. She is a big impact player for New York.
Oh, yeah. She's made quite a few breaks. Hasn't dropped a line-out ball. And some of them have been, like, fingertip catches. Really, really great in the air.
Absolutely. Yep. Great player for New York. An Eagle recently playing for the U.S.
Yeah.
All-around great rugby player and great human. All right, referee Lou says it's time to go. It will be a New York scrum. What do you think, Fergie? Think they're going to pick weak?
Based on the pass, yes.
But last scrum, they was a straight 9 pick from the base.
That's true. Every time I predict something, it's wrong. So I'll wait until they do it.
Nah. What fun is that?
Oh, it's going to be a 9 pass from the base.
All right. Okay. Oh, nice pace off of this.
Great run by the 14 for New York.
Number 14,
Laura Gardner's
Brianna
chasing her down. Unfortunately, she's not able to link up with the wing. 10 bobbles the ball a bit. Yeah.
I think that was forward and bounced off of somebody.
Yeah. So technically a knock-on, even though it never hit the ground before she caught it. It bounced off somebody.
It did go forward.
Yeah.
So it'll be a scrum to the Quins.
But good stuff by New York. Great break. I think that was Tiffy offloading it to the, 14?
Number 14, yep, Brianna Yerbury.
Who offloaded it to someone else. Now that's kind of the New York that I'm used to playing. I know playing against them, their offload game was on point. all the time, and that's just hard to combat against.
Absolutely. You have to really tighten up that defense right around
Definitely.
the ball. Nice platform.
And
Looks
now,
like it's going to come straight from 9 to 10.
yeah, we can do that too. Okay, quick hands, gets it out to the wing. Unfortunately, by the wing, I meant the sideline there.
You know, I think that might be a product of how flat the backs are. Is
Yeah.
this what's been happening with this knock-on stuff? Although that may have just been a forward pass, but
Yeah.
especially if you're used to playing with a deeper back line.
Right. But the space was there.
It sure was.
Yeah.
Sure was. And Lakia definitely has the speed.
Yeah, and I think Coach Chow has been really emphasizing hugging that sideline as well.
Trying to spread the field.
Stretch the defense, yeah.
All right, we have a New York ball.
Driven.
Oh, very nice
Slightly
scrum.
back again.
8 pick, Chloe Jex, straight to the wing, Sarah Levy.
Yeah, and it looks like the Atlanta flanker is having a bit of a difficult time getting that 8 down during the 8 picks. So keep it up, New York.
Yeah, absolutely. So looks
That
like we
stiff
have
arm.
a line out here. Going to be a line out to the Quins. All right, looks like they're still doing a fairly short line out.
Yeah, and Washington's in the front this time.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's Atlanta's ball.
That was a
Atlanta
Nice
starts to set up
line
the
out.
maul, but
we're going to run it out.
Megan Rom, who knocks it on in the process.
Knock on from Rom in that tackle. New York is saying we are not getting out of our 22.
Right. And there have been really no kicks like to relieve pressure from the 22 by either team. Corinne did have one, but I think they had exited the 22 first. I guess they're just backing themselves.
They have faith that they can just run it out.
Yeah.
And it's hot, so they don't want to chase that ball all the way down the
That
field.
might be it.
Maybe that's just my forward mentality.
You can sort of see the New York backline talking to each other, just discussing what they're going to do with this ball once they get it. Straight from the base to the wing. But well covered by the Atlanta Harlequins.
It was good run, though, by Sarah Levy.
Unfortunately, the Quins give the
Yeah,
ball
let's
away.
see if New York takes this quickly. Yes, they will, and they do. And a knock-on in that tackle.
Yeah. Been a lot of knock-ons, forward passes. And it looks like Caitlin Frischia is coming on for Gracie Martinez.
And
that's
so that
interesting.
means Courtney Poole is going to the pack,
Courtney Cool going to the pack.
and Caitlin will head out to the back line.
Yeah, and this is Caitlin's first WPL game. She was with the Atlanta Harlequin D2 side last year and has decided to join the WPL squad. I will be super excited to see how she plays. She's a hard runner with some great steps and a great stiff arm. So hopefully she can inject some, pace and power.
Absolutely. So this is a scrum to Atlanta, deep inside the. Oh, it comes straight out. It came straight out the tunnel. So we'll have a reset there.
You can see Corinne, the 10, over there saying something to the. Maybe she was talking to Bridget, just discussing what's going to come after this scrum. What do you think? They're going to kick it out or try to run it again?
I think they're going to try to run it.
Me too.
I think the way that not to tell too many things, but it looks like the way that Caitlin's lined up that they're going to try to smash her up the middle. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. I think when you have a runner like Caitlin, you definitely want her smashing, breaking through holes, causing a ruckus.
They're pulling the scrum up again. Referee Lou, not happy. Unfortunately, I can't quite see what's happening over there. All right, Bridget Cahaley putting the ball in. Looks like Courtney Cool has moved to 8. That means Karen Faget is going to be Oh, it was an 8 pick by
yeah.
Courtney Cool.
When you have an 8 with runs like that, keep on picking it up.
Oh, so Caitlin's job was to clean that ruck up for Courtney, huh?
That's exactly
I
right.
see. Lisa Jackson looking for the offload, but was bundled up.
Yeah, ball and all tackle by New York.
Cindy Campbell looking for that back inside step. New York looks like they're spreading the field really well defensively.
Oh, difficult catch to wrangle in for
She
the
called that
Harlequins,
straight
but
down?
they do.
Yep.
Passing it out to Marcel on the wing, who jumps into the tackle, leaves the ball inside for
Oh,
Laura
that was
Gartner.
perfect.
Maggie Craig. Oh, New York saw that coming. Tackles her.
New York
tackle.
has that nice.
Okay, Caitlin
wall
has the
built.
ball. Let's see how she does. Running it up.
The Quins really are using sideline to
Yeah,
sideline.
they are. Really spreading that New York
And
defense.
it's a spread New York's defense out as well. Oh,
And Megan Rom saw an
Right through the
inside line,
middle.
took it back to her feet, wasn't held. Then does a roll into a long body place. Class.
there you go. Into Maggie Craig's
Craig.
hands.
Corinne spots a little bit of a half gap herself.
Tackle by Alicia Washington, who's trying to counter ruck that. Referee Lou says no. Coming in from the side
by New York. Bridget decides to take it quickly behind the back pass to Courtney Cool. Again, it's going to take 3 people to get her down.
Man, she is a hard runner today.
I think
I mean,
every
every
day.
day.
She came out running. Oh, great catch by Megan Rom above her head.
Nice tackle by Tifei.
A little bit of a show and go by
Yeah, and again a tackle by Tiff.
Fresh Legs Faye.
Fresh legs by.
Is that it? Carissa? Good run.
Carissa
Good
Lacey,
strong.
yep. Good placement by Megan Rom.
And you can see, behind the back pass worked out for Maggie Craig from Lisa Jackson.
Are they practicing that little under the armpit pass? Because that looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and Bridget,
pick
just
and
over
go
the
by
top.
Bridget. Just sees the gap, open up, says, I can jot this down.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. She just saw the
Yeah.
space, picked
Wide
it up
open.
and went.
Great continuous rugby. Way to speed it up and see their opportunities and take them.
As we saw, the Quins are just playing sideline to sideline, and that they brought it back over here and were able to score off of this one. So very nice.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can hear the crowd. Maybe they're too far away, but they are being loud, just
They are. They're
really backing the Quins.
They sure are. It's a great group of people here right now. The stands seem to be pretty full. That's fantastic. Fantastic. So with 15 minutes, did we have a 20-minute water break? Did I miss that?
No, I don't think they
No,
did.
okay.
Maybe this is it, because it was just nonstop with all of the offloads
That's true.
and
That's
back and
true.
forth. So here we go.
Maybe this is it. So Corinne Hevner is going to be kicking this conversion.
No problems
And
with that
it is
one.
good. It is good. So that makes
Straight
us
down the middle.
Atlanta Harlequins 22, New York Rugby Club 7. And yes, referee Lou says this is your time for water. So drink
Yeah.
some water. And we'll talk again about our sponsors. Rugby Atlanta is a big sponsor and definitely helping grow the youth game of here in Atlanta. A lot of our ladies that are out there right now work with Atlanta Youth Rugby and coach those little ones up. And the other mention that I need to mention is the WRCRA. Was that the right acronym?
It sounded good to me.
I always mess it up, so I apologize. All right, and the WRCRA is going to have its annual conference here in Atlanta, Georgia, January 17th through the 19th of next year. All right, so just to add on to what I said earlier, the member benefits include access to a career center, a mentors initiative, members forum, and then member pricing for events. And the one event we were just talking about is that annual conference in Atlanta. It's okay. We can talk about it. They have a little break. Yeah. Yep, it is. It's live streamed. Yep. Hello, live stream world.
We do have private conversations sometimes.
I know sometimes. And I think sometimes we forget the microphones are on, so
Yeah.
you'll have to tell us. So I'm still looking for scores, and I have nothing for you. I'm so sad about this. If anybody from Glendale or San Diego is listening right now, can you maybe tweet the scores, updated scores? Let us know, or Life West or Orsu. Because I have nothing on either of them. All right, water break is over. The cloud cover here is very, very nice.
Yeah.
Gives them a chance to not be quite so scorchingly hot. This is New York's, I don't know if I already said this, this is their first WPL match of the season. Last weekend they had a bye weekend, and so they were not playing. So this is their first match. Atlanta went up to Boston last weekend, and actually, I think it was a 10-point game. They lost 32-22. Is that correct?
That
is that the
sounds
score?
right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they're just looking to build things and put things together, and it looks like they're starting to do that here in this match right now against New York.
Okay, and it looks like Hannah Twilley is on for the Atlanta Harlequins. I can't really spot out who she took the place of, but I'm sure it was a forward.
Probably. Although she did play some center, didn't she, last
did.
season?
But no.
No, maybe.
She may have played center, but.
Jessa Hahn, hard running.
Corinne sees some space in the back, but 14 says, I know exactly where you're going to put that. So they come back to.
There was an offsides call. Oh, there were folks in front of the kicker.
And Corinne would have known that before she put the kick up as well.
So, that's not true. That is not what happened.
What?
I said there were
No,
Quins in front of the kicker, but that wasn't true.
Team.
Oh, I see. Offsides.
And did Hannah come in for Karen?
Looks like it. Yep, because there's no number 6 or number 8. Karen was playing 8.
Yes, and there must be another substitution as well, because I don't see Gracie Marti. Oh, because Caitlin came on for her. Oh,
big tackle by Caitlin on Gianna
Great
Solomon.
tackle, caused the knock on, but unfortunately the ref was playing advantage for a forward pass. But yeah, that's the Caitlin I know, just hitting people to the ground. You could hear that thud from up here.
A beautiful launch.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to have a scrum down here to New York. We have quite the sideline adventure
here. What a fan base. Welcome to Atlanta.
We actually lucked out. It was supposed to rain most of the day today. When I checked the weather, I came with my umbrella and raincoat and everything.
In for New York, and it's stable. Oh, but Atlanta's putting on massive pressure. But it's there for the 9 for New York off to Tiffany Faye. Oh, who offloads it to, I couldn't see who that was. Was it Laura? Laura Gardner?
Yeah, Laura
great
Gardner.
Great hands by Laura, because that was behind her. But again, great work by New York.
Yep,
Tiffany again.
Took that ball right back.
And that's what you want. Someone like make a mistake and then immediately make up for it.
Yep.
So great job, New York.
with a hard run there. Amber Chandu, ball in hand. 3 Quins.
Trying to hold her up again.
Yep.
Calls the maul. And
she makes it down, so they have to let her go.
And you saw New York just she was held. She was held on the ground and then got back up without releasing the ball. So pressure relief for the Atlanta Harlequins.
We're dead center in the field right now. What are we doing?
Kicking it out.
Looks like we're kicking for touch.
Yeah, Corinne's got a nice boot. She can get it out. May not make it too far down the field, though.
That's okay.
Ah, it's a beautiful spiral kick.
This is going to be a line out to the Atlanta Harlequins.
Yeah.
Looks like they're doing their 4-person line out.
And you'll see Courtney Cool in the line out.
Mm-hmm.
She runs, she jumps, she kicks.
Oh, referee Lou not happy with the spacing in the line out. And to reset that line out and make sure that they have that meter between. Definitely as a hooker, that's something that I have asked for many a time. You want that space.
Unfortunately overthrown. It's going to be hard to lift Courtney. She doesn't have the tape on, so especially sweaty, it's going to be hard to keep a grip on her legs.
Absolutely, especially with the humidity here in Atlanta. New York's ball.
Yeah.
Jen Solomon looking for that space.
Oh, great
nice
drive back double tackle by the Atlanta Harlequins. New York still has the ball, though. Passes it off to Tiffany Faye. Another.
Gianna Solomon moving forward. The Quins look like they're trying to put multiple people in on those tackles right now.
Yes, they are. Great tackle by, was that Hannah?
Hannah Twilley.
But offsides is the call. And Alicia Washington
Nice
wastes no time. She's a bit isolated. No, held her feet long enough for her support to get there. And the Atlanta Harlequins give away another penalty.
Uh-oh, referee Lou not happy.
There's a double whistle there. She's going to have a chat. Having the chats.
Yep, Captain Courtney Cool is over talking.
Fortunately, it doesn't look like she's going to the pocket, but the Harlequins will have to calm down because if they get a card at this point, it'll end the game with 14 players.
It sure will. That's a long 10 minutes without that player, too.
It is.
At the end of a game when it's hot.
So New York kicks it.
Going for a line out.
And they're just between the 22 and the 5.
Courtney Cool calling for more players to come in. Looks like New York's going with a full line out. Going to try to drive this one probably.
Oh, yeah. They've had a pretty decent drive.
That's a beautiful line out all the way to the back to Alicia Washington.
Yeah. And they may actually be trying to draw out a penalty again because the Harlequins are really under scrutiny at this point. But they do not give away a penalty, and it's still there for New York.
There's New York ball, looking for space.
A little wraparound, well covered by Cindy Campbell. Sorry.
A nice launch by Hannah Twilley there.
Oh, bobble, and the Atlanta Harlequins get the ball.
Is picked back up. Megan Rahm, maybe?
Yes, but maybe there's a double knock. So the Quins will have a scrum.
Scrum down deep in their red zone.
Great job to the Quins for, withstanding that immense pressure, not giving away a penalty during the maul.
It's true, New York's knocking on the door down there.
Yeah, they did really well there. You see a big blind side with Caitlin on the blind side. They may do the 8 to 9 here. Oh, but great scrum by New York, putting immense pressure on.
Very nice scrum by New York.
It was wheeled, so it'll, or maybe they said come down. So it'll still be a
It'll be another a reset of the scrum.
Yeah,
Jenny Lou's saying that the scrum has collapsed, so they're going to re-scrum here. All right, we'll have another scrum down.
Did that come out of the tunnel? Okay. I do love it when the 9 just goes with it, though. They're like, nothing happened.
Yeah, flankers do the same thing.
Yeah. So I don't think the Quins will be too upset about this, just sort of winding down the clock as Ashley Pruzak makes her way onto the field for someone.
Raven Santiago.
Yes, and I believe this is Ashley's first WPL game.
I believe it is
as
too.
well. She was also on the Deuces last year and made the switch, never looking back. Or maybe we'll look back. You know, we're all the same team.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The Atlanta Harlequins are now competing in WPL and D1. That's very exciting.
Yes. We actually have a social side as well, so all the rugby you could want. Great.
Yeah, so any level that folks want here in Atlanta. A pick by Courtney Cool. Offload to Carissa Lacey, who must now be playing in the back row because I don't think she got that from Hooker.
Yes. Great job by that New York player turning over the ball. I can't see who it was. Was it Carissa that got a little bit isolated and the New York player just jumped on it and could not be moved? So New York will go for a line out here.
Yep. What do you think? Maul?
Yeah, why not? I think they've had a pretty good maul so far.
They've been pretty successful.
Yes.
Atlanta counting to make sure that they have the right numbers in their defensive line out.
Yes, never make the same mistake
Yeah,
twice.
I know. Andrea Villanova with a line out throw to Alicia Washington.
Oh,
Nope.
overthrown. There for
Rom.
Megan Rom. Passes it. Oh, offload. Doesn't go to hand. Comedy of errors.
Yeah, lots of
A little bit
knock-ons there. That's all right. Knock on by the Quins.
Again,
Going to be a scrum down to New York.
Winding down the clock. And they're outside their 22. So, able to apply defensive pressure from outside the 22 now, the Harlequins. And we've been in this area for a good bit, right?
Yeah, back and forth. We've stayed in probably about a 15 meter section there.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Atlanta Harlequins
Yep,
able
Sherry
to withstand
Kelly
the
coming
offload.
in for Lakia Haynes.
All right.
Oh, nice offload by Tiff Fahey.
Oh, great driving tackle by Laura Gartner.
Tiff with the ball back in her hands.
Another double tackle by Atlanta. Still there for New York.
They must be working on those double tackles at practice.
Might
Holy
be,
cow.
That time New York was still able to offload. Marcel Nelson goes in for the turnover and gets it, but referee was playing advantage. Oh, double whistle.
Uh-oh.
And hopefully just another chat. Offsides by the Harlequins.
I don't know what the crowd was yelling about. They're not happy about something.
You can just see Courtney there.
Get back. Reading them the riot act here, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're spaced out. Okay, but there were also Quins out there.
All right, a hard run by Alicia Washington.
Pick and go. I can't see who that is.
I can't either. Tiff. I think that was Tiff, actually. I think that was straight down.
No, the
referee Lou says no.
Put her arm out. Atlanta Harlequins.
Right.
With the ball again. 3 minutes left in the half.
Scrum. Looks like we're under 5 minutes. I don't know how much is actually left on referee Jenny Lou's watch, but under 5. Atlanta Harlequins 22. New York Rugby Club 7.
So they're sort of wheeling
or
coming in from the side, but not the side. But New York's definitely driving the Quins back, but Quins able to retain possession there. And ball still there. Out to Jessa, who gets it just in front of the 22.
Nice counter ruck there by New York. Bridget still ends up with that ball. Hard run by Megan Rom with an offload to Hannah Twilley. Who's looking for
a pass. Back yourself. Keep running. Yeah, in the process of trying to offload, she offloaded to the wrong person.
Yep, but the Quins somehow get that ball back.
Yeah.
No whistle, yes whistle.
We come back to a New York knock-on. You could see her putting her hands up like 3 times. There were
so many knock-ons on that one. I think that ball's slippery down there.
From the sweat, at least.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I mean, the thing that's happening is they're getting the heat from both sides, right? The turf is just radiating heat as well. So it's hot from everywhere. I can remember running around on that field and your feet just burn from how hot the turf is.
I made the mistake of crossing the field barefoot earlier. I don't know why I haven't learned yet.
Maybe this time. Looks like scrum down to Atlanta Harlequins. We're now on the Atlanta Harlequins attacking half.
You can see Caitlin with her hands out ready for this ball.
The ball popped right out the side. Referee Lou's going to let it go.
Jessa makes a great run. Oh, great run. Just brushing off people with, but it comes back to straight out.
Yep.
She may have gotten a call from the AR over there. Or maybe she just wanted to see it play out.
Yep. So the referees are mic'd on the sidelines so that they can help our center ref with calls like that, because clearly she can't see through all of those people.
Right. It's hard to keep track of absolutely everything on the field for one person. And if the clock on the board is right, this may be the last play of the game.
It could be.
That seemed a bit like an early drive.
Yeah, nice pick by Courtney Cool. She doesn't, her support is a little bit late, but they still end up with a clean ball.
Yeah, Courtney did well on the ground to keep that ball.
I think someone tried to pick it up through the middle and lost it forward.
And I was wrong. That was not the last play of the game.
That was not the last play.
Don't listen to me.
Scrum down to New York. I don't know if you can hear it on the live stream. We've got folks singing in the stands now.
Oh, miscommunication by New York. Sees the ball go to the ground, but not a knock-on. Jessa in there trying to steal it, and she may have. Yes, penalty for the Atlanta Harlequins. You can see Courtney looking to go quickly, but decides to calm things down. And Corinne is pointing to the post.
Yep. Corinne wants to go for
points. They want to end the game on 3 points.
Yep. I don't know if this will be the last play. Guess we will find out.
Great dominant performance by the Atlanta Harlequins on both attack and defense. And also great signs from New York as well. You can tell when they're like in their zone and offloading and making those great tackles.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, unstoppable.
Absolutely.
So.
Yep, there's a new Atlanta Harlequin team for sure. It's exciting to see them grow. Corinne looking to get a few extra points on the board.
And she does.
And she does.
Another 3 for the Quins.
And that is game.
So closing score, Atlanta Harlequins 25, it should be. New York 7.
There we go.
Okay.
The scoreboard caught up. Atlanta Harlequins 25. Yes, very nice. Well, thank you out there, live stream world. Sorry that we didn't have any other updates for you. I still don't. So we'll find out what happened in the rest of WPL matches, and we'll see you back here on September 21st.